So the final section we want to look at this morning about this structure of the Rubicon Garden Room is the actual roof sections. So as you may be able to see from the camera, we have very substantial roof timbers. They're very thick, they're designed to withstand snow loading, so the weight of snow on the roof can make your roof bow and bend if it's just built like a shed. These are not, these are built like a small house. So the timbers are very thick, and they're also spaced very close together, so that gives a really strong roof. And it's been fully engineered by professional engineers who've done the calculations to make sure that it all works, it's not going to fall down, it's going to last 30 plus years. So it's a really important element of our build. The other element is that it's a flat ceiling inside. The cheap way to do it, and what a lot of people do, is just to drop the back wall and tilt the timbers onto the back wall and slope them to the front. The problem with that is, particularly if it's tall, is that you've got limited head height at one side of the room. So we don't like to do that. We want to maximise our internal head height because we're already limited overall by 2.5 metres for the planning restrictions. So instead of sloping the timbers, we actually machine the timbers on the top. It's a little bit more expensive, but it works so much better. The ceiling is insulated with the same PIR foil back foam as the walls and the floor, the equivalent of around about 150 ml of fiberglass or rock wool, so it's really warm. But importantly, on these buildings, you've got to have, just like in your house, you've got to have a cross flow of air across the roof. So we create an air gap above the top of the insulation so that air can flow from front to back. So it comes in the vents at the front, across the gap in the ceiling, and out through the rear vents at the back. If you don't do that, or if you don't have that, what will happen over 5, 6, 7 years' time is damp air will rise and collect in the cavity in the ceiling and produce dampness, musty smells, and ultimately can actually make the roof fail. It can attack the roof boards from underneath, and the roof boards can perish. So it's a really important feature. Some people do it cheap, they'll just box it all off, no ventilation, thank you very much, and they're away. That's not Rubicon.